Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Simnaya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Sincerely speaking, I do not know how much Amber Rose is being paid for coming out to do this to herself because sometimes people actually do not know what they are doing to themselves. Not until very much later, they definitely will understand because this one is also part of it. I understand that she is not part of our community because she already said that she does not belong to us, and we also do not like. I appreciate the fact that she also made it clear. But for a full grown up person with kids, I think she has kids, to come out to say something like this, man, I am really very worried for her and the people she has around her. She also came out to say that Donald Trump is everything every man should be, an alpha male that protects his own people. And he is also an alpha male that protects his own people. That's why she is rooting for him, and she is very comfortable with him. Man, something should not even make it to the internet, but like all her silly behaviors, it has always been on internet, and that it's really very weird and disgusting. But I am not surprised because that is Amber Rose. Secondly, let's get into this video.
Trump is the epitome of what a man should be, an alpha man that protects his people, and I feel safe with him as my president, and that's why I'm voting for him.
This video is for educational purposes only. As a former Trump-supporting, card-carrying white supremacist who was xenophobic, racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, I couldn't agree with you more. That's exactly how he made me feel. He made me feel safe in my racism, in my misogyny, in my xenophobia, in my homophobia, in my transphobia. He made me feel safe in my lack of education. What I learned is that Trump didn't make me all of those things. He just emboldened me to be the person I already was. Trump said that when you're a star, you can just grab women by the... And unfortunately, there's a lot of men out there who believe that. This idea of what it means to be an alpha male, that we're teaching our young men in this country that you can be a 34-time convicted felon, liable for the SA of a woman, lie, steal, and cheat, be underqualified, incompetent, and mediocre, bully everybody, and still have a chance at winning the highest office in this country. Because that's exactly what Trump is doing. He's making mediocre white men feel safe again. They never had to learn another thing a day in their life.
We have some people that'll pay us like $25 a month every single month. They won't miss it. They're very committed.
Shane, this is incredible. At the peak of this, the Trump campaign made up to 3% of all credit card fraud claims in the United States. That is stunning. I realize it's normal for any campaign to refund donations, but this is something totally different. Put it into context for us.
Number one, think about how much fraud you got to be committing if 3% of the claims in this country is coming from your campaign. Is it a fraudulent campaign? Number two, do y'all know that virtually every organization Trump has ran in recent years has been under investigation? Number three, so if everything that he's touched in the recent years, organizations, businesses, campaigns, and presidencies is under investigation, how is he fit for the position? Number four, not only will he fraudulently scam his supporters, Trump has a $350 million fraud verdict that included him being banned for 3 years in the state of New York. Number five, think about how much fraud and scamming you got to commit to make your way. State completely bans you from running business there. Think about it. Number six, folks will be like, but he's good for the economy. But think about it. This man, though he has never filed for personal bankruptcy, the businesses of hotels and casinos that he's ran has declared bankruptcy 6 times. 6 of them. How many people do you believe is good with money or good for the economy and they've ran 6 businesses into the ground? Number 7, y'all know the main demographic he was finessing with this old campaign scam, huh? Think about it.
We have some people that'll pay us like $25 a month every single.
This is what I've been saying. Trump has been going around not only breaking laws, but he has been saying and doing things and boasting about it. But you see, people in the society is so blind, and I don't even think they're blind. They're intentionally trying to act like they're blind, and they're allowing him to get away with murder. How much crimes that he can walk away and do? People like you and I would have been gone to jail a long time ago, okay, and end up being in prison and serving a longer sentence with this thing, okay? No, for real. And for him to be walking around and pretty much breaking laws and getting away with it, he no longer looks at the reputation of being a person of high standard, because he's been doing the most low degraded things. It's the same thing when he went to the hurricane ports and was being a fundraiser for the hurricane, okay? And meanwhile, the people them said they haven't received a dime for it. But he's going around and emphasizing what is $750, okay? But he gets to find out that when he was a president, he started all these laws, initiated these laws for these situations to happen. When the Ukraine, for example, when Ukraine and Russia was going through their situation, he turned his back and he started to give endorsements to Russia. So Russia be able enough to say, okay, so they started to take advantage of the people in Ukraine. Then later on, after his presidency went down, then all of a sudden he hands the baton to Biden, where Biden had to continue on that. Okay, and nobody's looking at that. They're looking at Biden giving all this money while he can't even help his own people. When it was an immigration crisis, people still have not investigated how he claimed that he built a wall. And then all of a sudden they said, when they went there, they said the wall was incomplete. It was never completed. So that was why they had access where these migrants were coming and slipping in and just basically coming over the border. And it left the people them with no choice because of the law that the United States had, where they pretty much had to welcome the migrants in because they had crossed over to United States soil. But you see, people don't look at that. They once again, Trump has started that. Okay? They also look at the part with Israel. Trump had orchestrated the whole entire thing with Israel. And it came out of Netanyahu's mouth. From July the 24th, 2024, he said, thanks to Trump. Yes, I'm saying that we able enough to have access to the borders and this and everything like that. So once again, nobody says anything to Trump. Trump has done the most asinine things with January 6th. Trump has done things with credit fraud when it came to his mortgage. And all he did was get a slap on the wrist, and that was it. And he still walk around and still run as president. And you know what's so funny about it? If he does become president, all those charges he can turn around and drop. That's why they make him get away with it. You know? And it's, Trump reminds me of the Prime Minister of Jamaica. He got away with so much, was stealing stuff out of people's bank account, all kind of stuff, and nobody says anything because he has the United States to back him up. And the reason why, because I believe that Trump has a lot of stuff on everybody in that White House based on the fact that he was able enough to get all those classified documents. And everybody's scared. So they pretty much want to just be his friend more than an enemy, because they know if they come against him with this, he will have something to say. He already started about talking about Nancy Pelosi's business. Okay, he already talked about Hillary Clinton's business, half of her business. Okay, and then he's opening up his mouth on other senators, especially in the Democratic Party. Okay, because Trump is dangerous to the government, and people don't realize. I already said from the moment he became president the first time, that was the worst move the United States ever did. Now they have created a monster. End of story.
This is all I got from this video. And the fact that Amber Rose is still out there pandering, that Trump is everything a man should be, the alpha man that protects his people, and she feels safe with his president, not president yet, that is an ex-president. This is to tell you how comfortable some people can be or could be with some certain kind of people. But I keep asking myself, I really do not know how much, someone got paid to be very wild like this, because sincerely speaking, everything about her is weird, and she sometimes acts like, she is always wild, right? But this is on another level, really, on another level. How safe are you, Amber Rose? I know that you are always like, but some things like people do and say, it's really like it makes me sit back and think about some certain people, and these are some people's model. But I do not think Amber Rose is still influencing anybody in 2024, because if she is your role model or like she is influencing you, trust me, you need deliverance. When I mean deliverance from the highest, whoever, but you absolutely deserve a deliverance, because nothing will make me ever look up to her. I am not telling you there is anything wrong with that or trying to tarnish her image, but you already heard me right. That is what I stand for. You can say whatever you want to say about her, right? It's okay. I mean, the record is being set straight. It is very glaring that some certain things are not supposed to happen. But I keep asking myself, how come the judiciary system is kind of broken? Because there are some people that are supposed to be somewhere, they are not supposed to be living among us, because they do not deserve to be live among us, because of some certain things surrounding them, because of the things that they have done, probably that is still like, under investigation, or it's already been investigated. Maybe out of the blues, they got immunity in the sense that they might not be probed anymore by law and the rest of it. But man, if this is not crazy, I don't know what you call crazy, but absolutely, it is very crazy. But it is what it is, man. Like, sincerely speaking, I'm not going to judge anybody anymore. I am not judging even, but I'm just like saying that she actually weird. But yeah, it is your vote or your right to vote. Make use of it the way you want. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.